What's going on, my people? It's your boy Kayman, and I'm back with a brand new video. And today's video, we'll be covering my latest Game Week 1 draft. There's been some changes due to all the preseason games and injuries. So without further ado, let's dive in. At first, in goal, we got your boy Sanchez. Yes, he's still in my draft. And Chelsea does still have really good fixtures from Game Week 1 to 12. Although, unfortunately, there is an injury for Colwell in the preseason. He picked up an injury, and now he'll be out for around 5 to 6 months. So that is a bit of a big blow for Chelsea's defense. But still, they look really good, and they did keep a clean sheet in the latest preseason game. Now, I could potentially switch him from Sanchez to Sales, but at the moment, I'm locked with Sanchez. We'll see come Game Week 1 deadline whether if I stick with him or not. But yes, and then to pair him up, we got your boy Dubravka from Newcastle, who's now been transferred to Burnley. Whether he will be ready for Game Week 1 or not, that is not the point. At the end of the day, we have Sanchez. He's simply there as a backup option if I had to bench boost, or if I want to use him in some weeks where Sanchez is a bad fixture, he can come in. But at 4 million, I'm not complaining. We finally have a 4 million keeper that enables me to bench boost in any week I like. I don't have to lock into Game Week 1 or 2 bench boost. I'm more flexible. I can bench boost before my first world card, so that's all good. Moving on to our back line, we start with Diop, who is a West Ham fullback. He's a new signing. He's playing the left wing back role. He does love to bomb forward. He also picked up a bunch of assists in the preseason, and he looked really good on the eye test. Last season, we saw what Wan-Bissaka done as one of those wing backs. When they bomb forward, they do get a lot of assists. So I do think this guy has a big potential, considering the fact that he does play Sunderland at home in Game Week 1. The next defender we have is Adam Ajnu, who comes in at 4.5 million, who is an Everton defender. And fortunately for us, he is a new signing, and he is supposed to be the backup for Mykolenko. And Mykolenko picked up an injury in the preseason where he's got a groin injury, and potentially he'll be out for maybe 4 to 5 weeks. To start the season, you can definitely pick him up. And I picked him up in my team. The fact that he comes at 4.5 million, where the Everton defenders are costing from 5 to 5.5, including Pickford, I do think it's huge, the fact that we can get someone like that and get the Everton defense for the first couple of fixtures where they play Leeds, Brighton and Wolves. So he's a really good pick, and I do recommend him, especially if you can save that 1 million. Don't get twisted though, Tarkowski is still a beast, and I did have him in my original first draft, and he still gets DEFCON points like it's not tomorrow. So I may potentially go back to Tarkowski still because of those 2 DEFCON points. But for now, currently, I do have Ajnu in my team because he does enable so much more with that 1 million. The next defender we have is the DEFCON beast in Murillo. Yes, I had Nico Williams there as well as Murillo before, but I'm currently on Murillo. It's due to the fact that Nico Williams may get reduced minutes this season because they are looking to sign a new left back in Leif Davis from Ipswich. They submitted a bid, so that does mean Nico Williams potentially share minutes as well as his position with Leif Davis. We all know he's really good at going forward and putting those crosses in. Potentially, they're going to share maybe minutes, or maybe he's going to go in the right back role. I'm not too sure, but still, this does not look good for Nico Williams as it does increase competition. And last year, he was getting quite a lot of 90 minutes, but I don't see that happening this year, especially if they do secure that Leif Davis deal. Now, for now, time being, come deadline, I could still go to Nico Williams if the deal doesn't get done and save that 0.5, maybe reinvest somewhere else. But at the moment, I'm still on Murillo, who's a DEFCON beast, and I do like to get some of those DEFCON action because I think it's quite OP. The next defender we have is Richard from Palace. He has a tough fixture to start the season with. However, I can bench him and rotate him with the likes of Diouf as well as Ajnu. So I do like him. He's also a DEFCON monster like Murillo, who is also really good for a set-piece threat as well. He does love to get involved in corners. He also has decent attacking threat, as he's good at set piece as well. And I did see him in a couple of preseason games where he's quite involved when they're taking corners. So he could potentially maybe, get a couple of bullet headers here and there, as well as he's got decent fixtures come Game Week 4. So I'm quite happy to own him at 4.5. And last but not least, you got Steph from Burnley. He's just an enabler at 4 million. He's the only, I think he's the best 4 million that you can get. He's nailed. He's good for DEFCON. And Burnley has a really good fixture in Game Week 2, where obviously Diouf is a tough fixture where I can bench Diouf and play Steph instead. So obviously that's a really good pick, just to enable me in some weeks where I need him. I'll only use them, but not most weeks, I'll be honest. And moving on to the midfield, you got your boy Palmer, Salah, Saka, and Ndiaye and Anderson. I'm lining up with 3 premium guys, 3 premium assets. Originally, I did not have Saka in my team. I had Rodgers, but obviously picked up an injury in the preseason. So now I've obviously moved away from Rodgers and went to now Saka. That's a big upgrade, I know. And that fund from that defense that I've got from Ajnu, that 1 million, did enable me to go to Saka, because that's quite a lot of money that I've released, as well as the fact that I've got Anderson now because I managed to drop Nico Williams. Now I picked up a Forest mid. Again, Anderson is a DEFCON beast. I think at 5.5 million, he's the best option. Obviously, there's Adingra as well, who's also really good, but not really good for DEFCON, but he's good for maybe attacking threat for goals and assists. However, Anderson is also on set pieces, and he provides DEFCON like there's no tomorrow. So yeah, The midfield looks quite strong, if I'm being honest, guys. Saka is there for game week 2 captaincy when he plays Leeds. The first 2 games are quite, I think, from an attacker perspective, is really good. I know he's playing United, but our defense is shocking. And Leeds at home is a captaincy shout. So Saka for the first 2 game weeks, I think he looks really good. If he doesn't do really well or deliver, or if I don't want to keep him, I can definitely pivot to a United mid come game week 3 where we play Burnley. For example, I could go for Bumo, Bruno, or even Cunha, whoever does look the best. I could definitely pivot there and maybe find a captaincy there. However, for the first 2 game weeks, I do not want to go with Saka. They played Athletic Club where they did beat them 3-0 in the preseason, and both Saka and Gakpo did look good. And I just don't want to go with that Saka, considering the fact that I do think he's still the main man and he potentially still has pen share. We still don't know that yet, but I do think, I have a strong feeling that I think he'll still have the pen share. But towards the end of the season, maybe towards the middle of the season, where he may start to share them or give some of them away to Gakpo, or maybe Gakpo takes them fully. If he does do that, I do think Saka's appeal does go down quite a bit, but time will tell. Moving to the forwards, we're starting with the main man, the GOAT himself, the myth, the legend, Chris Wood, the man that got me to where I am, finishing 1.6k last season overall in the world, and finishing #1 amongst all YouTube content creators. So that's a massive thank you to him. So I'm not going without this man. He's got a great fixture from 1 to 6, and to start the game with, he's got Brentford at home, who lost Mbeumo, who's lost their midfielder in Norgard. They're quite weak, if I'm being honest with you. I think they're potentially going to lose Wissa as well. So I don't know, maybe Brentford is the team to target personally for me, considering the fact that they lost the coach as well. So I do like that fixture for Wood. And obviously after that, he's got a really good fixture when he plays West Ham, Burnley and Sunderland as well in the first 6. So for me, Wood is locked, great fixtures. I know he's not looked really good in the preseason. A lot of people have doubts about him. I still do like him. The fact that he's got a good fixture, and I think I don't want to read too much into the preseason. I think he can do really well when that season actually starts. And then we have your boy Watkins up front. Yes, Rodgers is now injured. I know some people are maybe saying, oh, maybe he won't get the service now. I think he'll still get the service, and I think he'll still do well. Personally, I could go for Gakpo there if I really wanted to, but I still want to see more from him. He did look really good. I could consider potentially going there, but I wanted to cover the Villa attack. I think Villa attack is still really good, even if Rodgers might not necessarily be ready for game week 1. By the way, the injury that Rodgers picked up, it's not necessarily a major injury. I think they're just being a bit more precautionary, and they're still doing some tests and whatnot, but it's determined initially that it's not that serious. But we don't know whether if he'll be available in game week 1 or not. Watkins is a really good pick. We all know how well Villa plays at home. They've got a really good home record, and they got Newcastle at home game week 1. On paper, it does look to be a tough fixture, but considering the fact that Newcastle have been getting peppered in the preseason, it does look good for the Villa assets. I'm considering going double Villa, to be honest, come game week 1. I'm looking at both Tielemans as well as Watkins. Potentially, maybe I can downgrade Müller to Nico Williams and upgrade Anderson to Tielemans, and then have double Villa attack and have 100% pincher from Villa. That could be a real option that I'm looking at. But again, Anderson is that consistent asset that gives me 5 points every week. Maybe I shouldn't be too greedy there, but still, I just want to say that's an option that could change come game week 1. And yeah, it's relatively a small change, but still it gives me a big upgrade when I get a pen taker in Tielemans and some set piece share as well. But yeah, last but not least, you got your boy Krupi JR, who also actually started the preseason game, the latest preseason game for Bournemouth, where Evidusa was not available. Now, that's an interesting one. Dango has been sold. Bournemouth has sold Dango. Now, whether Krupi becomes a starter or not, that's a very good question, because he started the preseason game, but I'm not sure if he will start in the actual season. But if he does, he could be a really, really good option to bench boost in week 2, game week 2, or game week 3, or even game week 4, whenever you want to bench boost. And you have a budget forward at 4.5. You also have a budget goalkeeper. I mean, it's a dream come true. So bench boost, I don't want to think too much about it. At the moment, I'm just building the strongest team I can possibly build, and I've landed on the 3 premium assets in Palmer, Salah and Saka. So we'll see how that goes. Let me know what you guys think of the team. Let me know what you guys are lining up with. So yeah, I know I said that I'll be doing a rate your draft video, but I'm potentially looking to maybe do a stream on it, going live, and maybe I can go through all your drafts. I think recording a video will take longer because I got a lot of drafts and I don't want to upset anyone by not rating their draft. Whereas if I just do a stream on it, I could take an hour or 2 on my day, and then maybe I can rate all your draft that you send on X or on stream, and I can give my honest opinion on it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of that. I'll potentially do that in the coming days. So yeah, guys, that'll be it. Let me know what you guys think of the draft, whether you like it or not. Do you like the team structure? What structure are you going with? Are you going with Salah, Palmer? Are you going with Haaland? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure to leave a comment, subscribe, as well as the mini league code is up there as well. Make sure to go join the mini league, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace out.